As we progress into the future, we aim to leave a greener and cleaner footprint on this planet. With this new logo, we fuel our aspirations and chart our future roadmap to transform into a sustainable, technology-driven company with an enhanced production capacity. Building smart mines will be the crucial next step as we harness the potential of our digital revolution towards efficiency of our processes and safety of our people. The logo represents the scale and the strength of the company's future, driven by innovation and sustainability. We are ready to embrace the challenges of tomorrow, and we are committed to setting new benchmarks in the mining industry. With this visual identity, we embark on a journey of transformation, growth, and sustainability, a journey that we are enthralled to undertake with each one of you. I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the media. Together we can inspire others to embrace responsible mining and sustainable practices. As CMD of NMDC, I am proud of the remarkable team that I have. Team NMDC is the backbone of our operations, and their dedication drives us forward. We are committed to working hand in hand with our stakeholders, partners, and the government to shape the future of the mining in India and beyond. Thank you for being a part of this historic moment. Let us embrace NMDC 2.0 and build a better and brighter future together. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so very much, Sri Mukherjee, for sharing with us those very, very insightful words. Today, we all believe Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji, Union Minister of Civil Aviation and Minister of Steel, Government of India. And we would love for all of you to witness that moment. So here are a few glimpses through this audiovisual. Let's take a look. Let's hear a round of applause for all the glimpses that we brought for you right there. Well, you've heard it before, and I'm going to repeat myself. Our new look is so much more towards the futuristic, bringing to us what our thought process is, our transformational journey. But let me also share with you that earlier today, we truly were so very proud when Minister Sir was kind enough to congratulate the team towards their effort in transforming NMDC's work towards responsible mining. And I think that in itself deserves a round of applause. Let's hear it for the fantastic team and the good work done. It is now time for us to showcase to you the minimalistic charm. It is now time for us to showcase to you how something can be so simple yet so futuristic. So may I request all of you to look towards the screen to take a look at what we look like now. What an absolutely fabulous presentation right here, and all of you have got a moment to witness it. I'll encourage all of you to please use your smartphones, click pictures, post them on your social media platforms. Please do remember to use our hashtags and do tag us. There are going to be some amazing gifts. I'll be telling you a little later about them. But we also want to showcase to you our journey as we continue to build a strong and absolutely fabulous country ahead of us. So may I request you to take a look at our journey through this audiovisual. Well, that was a look at the roadmap ahead, and we are so very glad that the team at Jamanketa have put together this audio-visual. So once again, a round of applause for this, to really share with us the idea and the creative bend of mind behind our new look. Please put your hands together as he joins us on stage and shares a lot more on what it was like putting together our new look. A round of applause to Mr. Jasbir Singh.
Thank you. I really didn't expect this. Well, thank you to put and build it together. The way early on, Director Personal spoke about it, I think he spoke details about what it reflects from people point of view. Then later on, getting stuck with the video and how we move forward. Amongst many things, so you talk about many things. As an agency, we speak back and forth. There are questions, there are situations created. Like it's not always a brief which somebody gives straightforward. I mean, unless you have a brand manager in FMCG companies, it's very difficult to write a brief. So, for someone who's not, whose job is not writing a brief, gave a very beautiful brief in saying that, look, this is our legacy, this is where we want to go. Consider this as 2.0. What do we do? So the biggest word that I got over there was that we are transforming, and I think we heard that word transformation so many times here. So the key word that got to me and the team was, this is transformation. So when we look at a logo, what do we do? Logo as in it's a visual device, it's a visual identity of the entire organization, which encapsulates all the emotions. I mean, it's just a graphical representation of all the emotions. You have social, cultural impact, and then there are vision, which is about going forward. You are into mining, and I must say over here, while we are talking about mining here, we are also mindful of the fact that, you have these, the whole, that there is no planet B. And we talk about sustainable development, one of the 18 tenets of sustainable developments by the UN. So when we look at these things, there is a huge amount of, tension in, okay, maybe but we also have to be mindful of the fact that it's a corporate logo, and they have a vision. So the few things that stuck to us was sustainability. It is the legacy of the past and building into the future. So we decided to keep what was there in the past as the central, the cog over there that you see, the gear, which is very representative of any industry or anything which is more mechanical. And that is a very strong visual appeal that came from it. The leaves were then brought in to emphasize more on sustainability, empathy, and these values, and more cultural values. And the more we saw that it was getting to be a position where the organization wanted to reflect the responsibility that it took in an act of mining. To us, that was pretty profound, because that is very deep for us. So the softer side of that would be the leaves, and there are 8 leaves over there. And when we did a bit of research, we saw that there is something called a mining cycle. Look, as an agency, as a creative agency, we don't know about every industry, but then we learn that those things about every industry that we get into and start working on. So we looked at those 8 steps. We said, okay, so this is a great way of looking at it. 8 steps, and those 8 steps did carry a lot about sustainability, development, monitoring, and reclaiming. And that is where the story of this whole responsible mining started evolving for us. We said, okay, so that has to take a very strong part, which is, if you look at it, it's sit back, one half is actually mechanical, and the other half is green. That's how we see the logo when you just step back and take a look at it. So that was overall the approach towards how we build this logo, keeping it minimalist, taking away what is not required. We really didn't want to put in. We live in a social media environment. As we go forward, more and more screens are going to be our main devices. So it had to be something very straight and simple, which can be seen in a small screen to a very large screen. If the canvas is very large, you can do so many things, 70 or 90 what I would fill. But then, if it is a small one, it gets represented everywhere. And who's going to see this? Where is it going to come up? It is probably going to come up, on the forehead of a miner, on a helmet, on a little badge, on so many things, on where the logo was made minimal, and that is what we have. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Singh, for sharing with us the ideology behind the creation. So much thought goes into putting something together, imagining, and when we talk about our new logo, which is modern, minimalistic, has this charm about itself, represent our vision for the future. But as we look forward to conversations, as we look forward to getting to know more about our thought process, how we look forward to our chief, somebody who's always supported us and who's literally held our hands as we look forward to our growth journey. I have such an honor as I invite an IS officer of Jharkhand 1987 cadre, an accomplished civil servant with a remarkable background in engineering and health sciences. His vast experience in significant roles in the central and state governments, he has played a pivotal role when it comes to spearheading various landmark projects, policies, and infrastructure development across the country. May I request all of you to please put your hands together as I now extend a very warm welcome to none other than Shri Nagendranath Sinha, Secretary of Appeal, Ministry of Steel. May I request our CMD to please escort him and be a part of this august dais. A round of applause for Shri Amitabh Mukherjee as he joins us on stage and as we look forward to some fantastic moments together. Sir, may I now request you to please address the august gathering. A round of applause for none other than Shri Nagendranath Sinha.
Mukherjee, Mr. Venkat Prakash, Mr. Ajit Saxena, my police in the ministry, Kuti, Regional Secretary and Financial Advisor, Abhijit, Joint Secretary, Sanjay, again Joint Secretary, colleagues from the NMDC board, Mr. Mohanty. What I see in the old logo as well as in the new logo is the transformation which is happening. If you see the old logo, what you will find is that its connection to the India's industrial development is being reflected. So you see a lot of structures, the process of extracting resources from the nature, but in terms of doing it sustainably, responsibly. And one of the data points that I would like to give you in this process, have not specified it. It's only, I guess, in 2022 when SEBI made it mandatory for everyone to prepare business responsibility and use of water. So their use of water is about 0.14 kiloliter per ton of iron ore mine. That is about 140 liters or 144 liters to be precise for every ton of iron ore mine. But if you see this is the lowest in the world. It is the next best is the iron fulfilling its own commitments towards nation's own industrial growth, which is of supplying iron ore for the developmental journey of the country. You may be aware, and as CMD pointed out, that NMDC produces about over 40 million tons every year, and if you compare it with the numbers that we have for the country as a whole for FY23 or so, it's about 16%. Going forward, it wants to aims to produce about 100 million tons to support the nation's movement towards 300 million ton production capacity and 255 million ton steel production by 2031 and FY31 or so. So nation needs it, but nation does not want to denude Mother Earth, and nation does not want to want its company to act in an unsustainable manner, and it's great for the government of India that NMDC has come forward in this regard to act in a responsible manner, environmentally sustainable manner, and we are there with you in its journey, and in fact we would like you to win and work more towards your drive towards sustainability, and would like to reiterate a point which I had made earlier in the day of doing more beneficiation and things like that, which gives out every ton of iron ore that is available, whether in low grade ore that you take out or dumps of the overburden that you take out, and be more responsible, use more technology, be more greener, more sustainable. At the end of the day, we want to see which will not only use the entire resources of the earth for the current generation, but leaves a lot of it for the future generation, which provides an ecosystem legacy which is good, which is sustainable, which is green, which is healthy, and I'm sure I see we work towards that. So I don't want to say more at this point, and would like to address if there are any, and would request that everyone within the NMDC works and encapsulates and recognizes and enshrines in his work, in his engagement with the stakeholders, all these values that your new logo symbolize. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir, for those very, very kind words and everything that our new logo resonates with. And now that two of our leaders are here on stage, we would like to open this house for questions. I'm sure all of you have a lot to ask about our new look, our logo, our journey. You're more than welcome to please question our leaders. I'd also like to share with you that we have some very interesting placards that we are showing around. What a pleasure to share with you that right now we are the most trending on every news and on every social media platform with our hashtags NMDC new logo unveil and NMDC reimagined. I'd like for all of you to please continue on those trails. We have some very exciting giveaways for the most interactive posts. Please do continue and make this even more trending with you all. Please raise a hand. We will pass on a microphone and you can ask the question. Yes, sir. Can we please have a microphone for the gentleman here?
Hi, sir. My name is Tuesh Mishra. I work for the Economic Times newspaper. Mr. Mukherjee, you spoke about how NMDC plans to go for gold, coal, and mining in overseas countries. Maybe have an update about what kind of progress has been made and how soon can we see these plans operationalized. And my second question is regarding sustainability. How are you assessing your sustainability achievements and is there any numbers that you can share?
Regarding the coal, we have two coal mining concessions in Jharkhand. One is Tokisud, that's about 2.7 million ton. The other is Rohne, which will be around 8 million ton. So currently the initial phases of land acquisition etc. is going on. So I think we should be able to operationalize for about 4 or 5 years. Now that stay has been vacated and now we have gone there and we are actually starting the preliminary work. It should take around 4 to 5 years to get that mine operationalized. It was a working mine previously and it's a deep underground mine. So it's going to take around 4 to 5 years to operationalize once we start working there. Regarding our international operations, we have hopefully 3-4 weeks to get things ready. So that will be our first mine abroad. That will be about a month. And there is some, along with our partners, we are doing the PFS for iron ore and material pre-PFS should take around 12 to 18 months at least.